Deirdre Bosa joins us now with Databricks CEO Ali Ghodzi in today's Tech Check. Deirdre.
Thank you, Kelly. And hi, Ali. It's nice to see you. Now, the number that jumped out to me in this release this morning, it wasn't just the funding. It was actually this 80% number of databases on your platform. They're now built by AI agents. So what does that tell us about what's actually happening inside of your customers' workflows right now?
Yeah, I think actually one thing that people don't look at is when we're seeing this AI, large language models, generative AI, vibe coding take over, what things are they using, the agents? Whatever they're using is going to increase in usage. And there's going to be more consumption and more revenue towards that. So one of the things they're using, they're writing software. The software needs a database. So that's what's happening. So the creation, usage, optimization of databases is going to increase significantly just in the next couple of years. We're going to have more software, more databases than we ever had in the history of mankind. So the question is, can you optimize the database to be really catering towards the agent and not humans, database administrators? So that's what we're laser focused on with Lakebase, which really tailors to these agents instead of humans.
Right. So what does this mean for the software trade at large? Kelly alluded to this at the beginning, but there's all of this anxiety, at least in the public markets, that at least some of the software companies are going to be disrupted. And if what you're saying is that it's easier for non-technical people to make their own databases or the AI itself to make the databases, where does that leave this trade?
Yeah, I mean, markets are funny. First, they ignored this problem for 2-3 years. Now they wake up and they think it's going to happen in a week. But the reality is that, look, this moat of it's very hard to move databases, or it's very hard to use, a different interface, teach humans to learn a new interface. That moat has decreased and almost is evaporating because humans can now just talk to an AI instead of learning a new interface. Does that mean that everyone immediately is going to switch away? It's going to take some while. For instance, for databases, you need a really compelling reason to change database. So that's why we really want to make sure that Lakebase really has huge advantages over, say, traditional Oracle databases, so that people have this compelling reason to migrate to it. So, it's going to take a while. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. But yes, I think the disruption is coming. By the way, some of the SaaS vendors might be able to actually counter it. I think, I think a company that's actually has amazing data, and it's not that easy for others to replace it, and I think they're going to continue doing well, is SAP. What would you replace SAP with? There is not really an alternative, and they're leaning into AI. So I think it's definitely not clear what's going to happen in the next 2 years, but there will be big changes.
I'm glad, Ali, that you make that distinction, right? Not all SaaS is created equal, and certainly some may be disrupted sooner than others. SAP is one that you bring up, but what about some of the more vulnerable software companies? What kind of companies are those, and when do you think they're going to be disrupted if they're not already being? I mean, look at Monday.com today, down some 20%.
Yeah, I mean, look, first of all, there's SaaS companies that have huge revenue, huge customer base, and they are the system of record for all these enterprises around the world. They're in a different class than the tiny ones that don't have any. Right. Of the big ones, I do think that the interface is now going to be an agent. So, most of us will be using an agent to talk to our system. So, for instance, at Databricks, one of our biggest problems last 10, 15 years has been, reporters keep asking me, what does Databricks exactly do? How does it exactly work? It seems very technical. And that was the issue. Last 10 years, if you actually knew, what you were doing, if you were technical enough, you had an engineering degree, you could use Databricks. Now we built the product Genie, and you can just ask it, and it has this data intelligence, so it can directly just respond to your questions. If you ask, I actually used this last week. Thursday last week, before the quarter ended, the year ended, we had a big spike in usage, and I wanted to know what's going on. And I just asked Genie, and it immediately told me, there's one particular customer that started using a product and it's spiking, and we're able to chase it down. This would have taken me a week earlier. Right. So that's going to be the new norm, is that you talk to these interfaces.
It feels like that's been the big shift. All the things that were technical are no longer so technical. I'm seeing that firsthand myself as well. Last question, Ali, you knew this one was coming. What is it going to take for you guys to become a public company? As we hear OpenAI and Anthropic talk about it, I mean, this was Series L. You're releasing more and more financials. Seems like you have the internal discipline there. You're free cash flow positive over the last 12 months. What else do you need?
Well, one of the reasons we actually raised was that we weren't sure what's going to happen to the public markets. it just seemed that lots of volatility was on the horizon. So we just wanted to be really, 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 really well capitalized in case, we have a 2022 situation again, because basically we are AI bulls. We want to continue investing long term for 5-10 years in products like Genie that just lets you just ask and have data intelligence, or Lake-based where you can just use the database. We don't want to suddenly have a situation where the public market is down, your stock is down, 30, 40, 50%, and everybody's telling you have to do layoffs. And then, it's a big distraction when you have a big secular shift like AI that you want to double down on. So that's primarily what we did. So, I don't think we're looking at an IPO right now or anytime soon.